Hi everyone, welcome back to OC Aviary, where today we are fresh off the back of our visit to the Stafford National Exhibition by the Parrot Society UK. So first off, I've got some special new additions to introduce you to OC Aviary, and I picked up a couple of other things around the sale day that I'd also like to show you. So I wanted to start today's episode off by talking about the OC Aviary display aviary at the Stafford National Exhibition. Now, if you went to the show, you probably couldn't have missed it. I had a 16-foot long by 4 feet wide display aviary. It was about 6.5 feet tall as well, and it was in pretty much front and centre in the main hall. It was alongside a big parrot display aviary. There was a couple of different macaws and like galas or cockatoos, things like that in another aviary, and some lovebirds in another by the side of it. So the idea of my aviary was to try and recreate a British woodland, if you will. So we had some fresh pine branches in there, we had some fresh apple branches, we had a variety of other different branches, some wild seed hanging from the roof and from some of the branches as well, and a big stone bird bath in the middle. And that was housing a couple of different birds that I brought from here. So we had some lesser redpolls, some European greenfinches, a crossbill and a siskin in there, and they were really quite interesting to watch in the big aviary, flying about, interacting and doing the acrobatic things that they do as British finches. It was also a great place to meet a lot of fans of the channel. So here you can see me with Sean, who regularly watches my videos. His family was saying about I'm always on the TV there, so that's great. Thank you for supporting the channel. And we also met young Adam from Northampton, who I regularly see at the shows picking up several birds for his backyard aviary as well. So it was great to meet so many fans of the channel, have some photos with you all, and just talk about birds, because that's what we all do best, isn't it? So yeah, massive thanks to the Parrot Society as well, Les Rance, the chairman, for inviting me along to do a display aviary. It was very much appreciated, and I hope you all enjoyed seeing it at the show. Now, I also brought back from Stafford some food stuff that I've never seen before. Now, a month ago, if you'd have asked me what this was, I'd have thought it's probably some type of weed that grows in the UK that we can just harvest from a local park. But this is actually fresh millet. So the dried millet you get, well, this is the fresh version as it's taken from the plant. And this was available from Direct Bird Products. So a huge thanks goes to Shane for sorting us out with some of that. So I picked up 2 kilos of that to keep it fresh. Just pop it in the freezer and it's good as new. So it's absolutely excellent stuff. It's obviously hydrated, not dried millet. It's full of so many more vitamins, essential elements. It's got calcium in it. It's got so many good benefits for the birds. So I've had that and put that in some of the display aviaries and the flights behind me. So we've got the redpolls and the twites across all of these, and some smaller goldfinches and a siskin in there as well. And they have absolutely loved having this to play on, and they've been kept busy for hours on this stuff. So once again, massive thanks to Shane for sorting some of this out, and I'll leave a link in the description of this video to Direct Bird Products website, Facebook and YouTube channel. Now, aside from the cage furniture that I picked up, which is pretty generic stuff like drinkers, perches and feeders, there's one last thing, and it's this. So this is a photography cage. Now, you might have seen one of these, you might not have, and this is a fairly simple one as they go. So obviously, what's the difference between this and a show cage, for example? Well, it doesn't have any bars or mesh across the front. It's a piece of perspex, and also is that you have the background that's a little bit more of a block colour as well. And of course, the bird isn't going in this for very long at all. So we also have it so it has a removable background. So we have 3 different colours available. And since picking this up, I gave it a big sand down in the inside on the perch as well. Gave it all a new lick of paint, put some AstroTurf in the bottom, and it looks absolutely fantastic. So without further ado, let's introduce you to the new additions inside the photography cage. So this is the first bird. This is a brown pastel Siberian bullfinch cock. Now this is a current year bird, 2023 bred, and I
I've never had a mutation bullfinch before, so this is a bit of a new experience for me, but just what a stunning bird he is. And I do apologise for the reflection of the camera in the Perspex. I'm still learning how to use one of these, but he is just unbelievable, and I can't wait to have him for the season. And this is his partner. This is a normal Siberian bullfinch hen. I bought both of these birds separate to make up the pair, and I'm so excited. We've got this is a 2023 bred bird as well, and the pair should produce as brown pastel hens and normal split brown pastel cock birds. And the pair are next to each other, separated by a wire divider, so they can still see each other, they can still talk to each other and feed each other if they want to, but they can't obviously get to each other, as sometimes they can be aggressive when introduced to new bullfinches. This is the next bird. Now this is actually a mutation chaffinch hen. It's a brown dominant pastel. I think that's right anyway. I need to probably check that. But there's not many mutations of chaffinches in the country. So I'm really excited to have this. And it's just really something different. I've never really seen one this colour before, but it's absolutely stunning. It's a couple of years old, this bird. I had it off a friend. So I'm hoping we'll have this season from and maybe next season. And this is her mate, a normal chaffinch cock bird. So we'll get a mix of youngsters off this pair should we breed them. And this will be the first time in 4 years that I've had some chaffinches in the breeding season. And of course the pair are next to each other, separated by a wire divider for the same reasons as the bullfinches. Viewers of the channel will know that I really do like the North Dutch Frill Canary since bringing them on this past breeding season. So some more have joined us. So this is a cinnamon variegated hen, and this is a self-green hen. So really looking forward to having these two on board as well. They're both young birds, bred this past season, so I'm hoping they'll be mature enough for next breeding season to be paired up with some of the youngsters we've bred, and hopefully we can get a nice little stud of different colours going. And this is the final bird. Now what a bird this is. This is a mealy red poll cross parrot crossbill hybrid. So there's not an awful lot of these done, and it's just really exciting to have him on now. What a stunning bird he is. Look at the feather on that. Even though it's a buff bird, it just looks fantastic. So he will be joining us for the 23-24 show season and will be one of our show birds for the rest of the winter.
I just quickly wanted to mention the reason we've got the new birds singled out into single breeding cages is for quarantine purposes, because I wanted to keep those birds separate from my other birds, and so I can also keep a bit of a closer eye on them in case there is any issues that do arise over the next few weeks since I've brought them to OC Avery. So that does bring us to the end of this week's episode from OC Avery, looking at the national exhibition and the new birds that we've brought back from the show. So first off, I'd just like to finish the episode by saying thank you to every single one of you who came over, had a chat. It was great to meet so many of you all, and I do apologise if you missed me or didn't have time to chat. Of course, I'm a very busy man at these shows, and I always do my best to see as many people as I possibly can. I'd like to say another big thank you to the Parrot Society for inviting me along to the show to do a display aviary. That was really good fun, and I'm looking forward to doing the next one. So if you have enjoyed today's episode and you'd like to see more from OC Avery, then please make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss any more future content. Smash a like on it if you have enjoyed it as well, and make sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook for daily updates and behind the scenes footage of all of our birds. Now thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.